And I like you actually have the option to say no. I've never said no because I just want to get through this fucking game as fast as possible, but I said yes. And so we fight. So this is one of the easiest fights because Little John's staff actually doesn't really have that much reach. But it's still awful. It's like Rock'em Sock'em Robots, I swear to God. And, you can't duck and stab, so there's no real advantage to ducking, because otherwise you'll just stand there looking like a jackass. So I finally figured out the secret to one of these guys, is basically just pin them in the corner and rape the shit out of them with your broadsword. Look at this. Yeah, come on. Yeah. Get some, John! Yeah! Oh, you're a big man, but you ain't nothing. I'm stabbing you in the balls over and over again. Yeah! Who's your favorite new kid? Tell me who! Yeah! You're down now, Dillweed! And we haven't even gotten started yet, because now you form the Merry Men, and they can't do anything by themselves. You gotta do fucking everything for them. You gotta fight their battles, you gotta rob the wagons, and you gotta train them.
Alright, gentlemen, grab your feathered caps, jerkins, falcons, boots, swords, quivers, and pantyhose.
But first you have to break up a wedding for Will Scar- You have to get to past the towers. I hate this perspective. You have to break up a wedding for Will Scarlet, who's what- Ah! Man, Pumpkinhead's back. She's everywhere. Okay, you have to break up a wedding for Will Scarlet, whose wife has been kidnapped by this lord. So you go there and you say, "Stop this shit, I object." And the guy's like, "Well, do you have any proof I've abducted her?" I'm like, "Asshole, she's sitting right there. Why don't you ask her if she's being forced to marry this guy against her will?" So, you gotta fight through the castle, you gotta fight all the guards, you get my ass kicked. You gotta find this letter in which he brags the sheriff of Nottingham, in which he's got this fine piece of pussy, ha 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 ha. And then you gotta fight this guy, because of course he's not gonna stand for it. And it's another one of these boring sword fights. And this is finally the secret. Contrary to every swashbuckling tradition you've been led to believe, standing on top of a table is actually a detriment, because you can't stab the guy downward. Your sword goes right over his head. And the guy on the ground can just whack you in the shins until you fall down. So that's the secret to fighting these guys, is to find lower ground and beat the shit out of them. And of course this guy seems to know this, which is why he's not getting in range of my fucking sword, and he's prancing around like a fairy with his hand over his head. And he won't, I'm just sitting here, because I'm not going to leave this place, because if I leave, he'll be on an even footing with me, and it's Rock'em Sock'em Robots again. Then you gotta rob the tax wagons, and I'll give you $1 million if you can figure out how you do that. Yup, you fight Guy of Gisborne again, and it's another sword fight. I mean, who the fuck thought this was a good idea? Now there's not even really any high ground, so it's the Rock'em Sock'em thing again, where you're just trading shots. I hate this fucking game. There's no logic to it. It's like, man, this is pissing me off.
Something vexes thee?
Yes, something fucking vexes me, and it's I gotta train the Merry Men now, and to do that you find a Master Sword Trainer. Like, I couldn't do that myself. And the Master Sword Trainer is this little pansy in green pantaloons who wants to fight you in the exact same way every other guy does. He's not really just a Master Swordsman, he just has a bigger health bar than everyone else. So, once again, back into the breach. I'm sitting behind this rock because it's the only high ground I can hope to get, but it's not even that good because it's not high enough, and so we're just trading shots. And I'm gonna die. Hey, you gotta fight your way back because I forgot to do a save state. I had to do this whole game over again just to get back to where I was. Oh, come on. Fight you, blah, 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 blah. He's on there. I finally got him into where I want him. I got him pinned up against the... I got him pinned up against the wall where I'm shoving my sword right up his ass. Fuck you! And then you gotta fight a giant wild boar for the Merry Men, because they're too pussy to do it themselves. I taught you guys how to use a fucking bow! What the hell, you guys? You remember this from the movie? I fucking don't. And what the hell is going on here? I'm shoving my sword up this boar's anus, and it's not doing anything. So Ugh. Back to camp where the Celt Smurfs have attacked, and notice my Merry Men are dead already, except for Friar Tuck, who walks into a half-dozen crossbow bolts. That's a badass. Oh, this is taking forever. Can we speed this up? So after all that and much more, you finally get to storm the castle. All right. Oh, this is terrible. Can we try to make this more epic, please? Anyone?
Hey.
And they won, that's it. Just kidding.
Now you're not allowed to enter.
Didn't work, did it? Anyway, I'm finally up to the... What the fuck is that? It's a giant skeleton. Ah! It's that bitch again. She must be everywhere. I guess she's that evil witch who follows the sheriff around. And anyway, she's got a bodyguard skeleton, this 30-foot skeleton, and you can only beat it with this thing called the Druid's Knife. Yeah, I remember this from the movie, too. Come on. Oh. This thing is such bullshit, too, because it's so hard to hit him. So you just gotta pound him until it's dead. Come on! Yeah, yeah. And it blows up.
Fuck me, he cleared it.
So you finally blow up the creature, you talk to the witch, who also explodes, and then you find the Sheriff of Nottingham, who looks nothing like Hans Gruber, disappointingly. And what's really funny is you get into kind of this little witty banner thing where he's like, you know, and being dead seems to run in your family, and the sheriff goes, yeah, touche. You really got me there. So it's the last fight, and, you know, this whole thing reminds me of something. Just something about the way they move. Fuck, what is it?
You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. My music hits me so hard, makes me say, oh my Lord, thank you for blessing me. What a mind to rhyme and to hype me, it feels good when you know you're down. A super dope homeboy from the Oak Town, and I'm known as such, and this is a beat, break it down. Stop, hammer time.
This isn't climactic in any way. It's just like every other fight you've had to endure a dozen times over. It's just really annoying because you're trying to draw the sheriff to where he'll get, you know, stabbed in the kneecaps. Really, you're just trying not to fuck up this whole game. And, you know, believe me, in a game this long, it can run you about an hour if you're not making any mistakes. And with all the inventory management you gotta do, that's a gamble. But, I mean, you're just under so much stress. So, I finally beat the sheriff, and in case you were hoping this ending was worth it, it's really not. Yeah, it's the usual mix of orange portraits talking to each other with a distinct lack of Sean Connery, which I find unforgivable, by the way. So the orange people stand in a row. You'd think she'd want to get over all this trauma she suffered today after being nearly raped and married by the Sheriff of Nottingham. But no, they want to get married right away because, you know, in Sherwood, all hell breaks loose on a regular basis. The king interrupts. The priest says, "You may kiss the bride," and Robin goes, "Okay," and headbutts her. Huh. And they live happily ever after.